then I'll cut a check after that.
So what action is required?
I'm trying to get this moved into this budget year, this amount of money.
Okay.
It was in last year's, but that was last year. Now, October 1st, we're into this
Oh,
year.
it says in the 2015-16 budget amendment. You got it. And that was actually less than it originally was expected to be.
Yeah. Yes, we came out $6,000 or $7,000 cheaper than the original bid. But that was due to Larry saying we have to move certain lines, and then when they opened those lines up, we didn't have to move some of them and upgrade, so we had a cost saving.
So it's my understanding this money's already been approved in the previous budget, we're just trying to do it in the budget year.
Right.
That cover everybody.
I'll move that we approve the $49,286.10 amendment for the 2015-2016 budget for payment to D&D contractors upon final completion.
Move a motion by Jason, second by Chris. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Discussion on possible action on number 9. In the 2015-2016 budget amendment with $9,800 for a drainage ditch clearing account, Rancho Grande Industrial Park will secure 3 bid or board approval during November with 2 bids submitted. Lowest bid to date is $9,800. The other is $14,200. Handout marked item number 10.
I have just one quick thing. I don't know what the open record, how that works, but when we put this kind of stuff up, should we be telling people like what the bids are? Because like, if I'm a contractor and I see 14,200, 9,800, and I'm looking for a third bid in November, I'm gonna come in and they're $9,800.
Yes.
So what, are we doing business to the guys that have already put in the bid? Like, I don't know how the bids have gone in the past. I just, you know, I was here at Peanut Festival, I saw that on the front door, I'm like, shoot, if I'm gonna go in for a bid, just who's gonna want to bid if you're gonna give the first, I wouldn't be the last person coming in.
Sure.
I just.
Well, if you do, what's wrong with, you know, checking you out, and then if you've got the lowest bid, you got the lowest bid.
I think what is good to do is do a sealed bid.
A sealed bid.
Yeah,
is
you
no-
know,
just-
I mean, it's, you know, we've
Just
done
good
business
business.
all together, but you know, he's right. You know, if something gets, you know, leakage or something, because it's a small town, but I think, you know, you get before maybe you have kind of general idea what it's gonna cost, an estimated what it's gonna cost, but not share it to anybody. And then you open up the bids until you get the 3, then you open up in front of the board. And, you know,
Because like right here, I'm not saying anything's wrong, I'm just saying if you're looking for the third bid for November, they already know what the bids are.
Too.
So who's gonna come in at a bid for $10,000 or $12,000? Unless you're just trying to blow it down. I don't know, I'm just,
No, I would agree with that.
I mean,
When we did
This
do,
was this posted already?
It was in the front window.
Yeah.
oh, it was on.
it's in the,
So,
it was in the paper like that. After you click on the Wilson County News link, this exact thing was like this. So I mean, I'm not saying, I'm saying maybe moving forward, can we,
It
Someone
needs to
made
be
a
a sealed
comment.
bid.
I would agree with that.
someone made a comment to me, so I just wanted to bring it to the board.
Sure, sure, good point.
Ray, may I ask a question?
Yes.
When you all award bids, do you always award on the lowest price, or you look at best value?
Best value.
And also, on the street project, you know, out there, that was a sealed bid,
Yeah.
very important, is held, as well as the retention ponds. They will be handling that bid process too,
You like
which
your
is
covenants.
good because they score it based on all their engineering type specs, which is nice. But
And
for something like this is pretty simple to
Well,
lay out.
They used to have a deal, you know, but wherever it was under 10,000, it didn't go, and I guess maybe they have that same policy, you know, but I'm a strong guy of anybody just bidding, as long as you get 3, you know, you should be able to get 3. And, you know, whoever's between the lowest or the best contract of the different, you know. this.
And the reason I put these in is for the board to see that, I'm not asking for, in the case of number 9, I'm not asking for, a budget amendment for 14.2. I'm asking for the very minimum of the lowest bid so far, which is $9,800.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything about that. I'm just saying as far as how we present it.
Yeah.
The presenting of it, like, maybe this could be rewarded and say, we've got 2 bids. Do you have to put those prices in there? You could have it on the wall or in the paper without the prices. First, second, third, 1, 2 bids, looking for a third, and then when we meet right here,
Yeah.
you know, if someone wants to do their research on that and get it off the videotape
Leave a
or.
bit open.
Yeah, but then also we probably need to revise our,
Procedure.
purchasing type process to make sure that if we have a limit, you know, that, and actually that limit was, what was it, 10,000 we put it at or something like that?
1,500, wasn't it?
I don't know. Well, we needed quotes over 1,000, I believe it was.
Yeah, I gotta
But-
get 3 bids for over 1,000.
But I think we put in there 25,000 for the sealed bid, but my point is if we need to
We'll
revise
modify
that,
that.
then we need to modify it maybe to a lower level, you know? I don't know. But that would be something maybe from November we need to probably do.
Good idea.
So what do we want to do on this then?
I think we need a motion to put this into this year's business.
So moved.
What amount are you putting down?
98.
Not getting the lowest. Is that a second, Frank?
Yes.
I have a motion by Jay to move the $9,800 into this year's budget, and a second by Fred. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Discussion item, possible action item number 10, in the 2015-16 budget amendment with $8,050 for concrete driveway to mailboxes account, Rancho Grande Dos Park will secure 3 bids and board approval during November. The 2 bids submitted, lowest bid to date is $8,050. The other is $10,772. So basically the same situation as we expected.
And this is one that, fortunately, Chris was out there looking at the job on the entrance sign, and he and I talked about this need. Basically, it's, I think without speaking to your mind, I think you think it's necessary.
When I saw it, I mean, you know, and the thing is, if you put gravel and base, it's just gonna get washed out, you know, and, you know, I told him if it was concrete, you know, I mean, you know, it's a long run. And, I mean, you know, concrete, if they were presenting concrete, then there would be, you know, it's more long shot.
Yeah,
That's not just a regular private vehicle that's driving in a big truck, so,
You put it to the specs of what
oh, yeah.
the engineering was, whatever the entrance is already.
Yeah, I said whatever, because I think that's what he had, is like a concrete engineer for it, which I think it's 6 or 8 inches, or, you know, whatever they have.
Yeah.
How many mailboxes are we talking about?
There's about 8, I think, or 6.
8 or 10, we've got 14 companies out
But you
there.
can see
From a specification standpoint, a lot of times you put concrete in, you end up having a dip where it run off the road. I mean, is that engineered out such that?
I thought it should have came with the first project, you know what I mean, like whoever did the first pour should have, you know what I mean, like winged it. But,
Yeah, the engineer didn't, he didn't see it, I didn't see it, but,
All I'm asking is, do we have specifications for that are adequate?
I can simply get back with our engineer and find out what his specifications were for the road.
You understand what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, and we'll use those same ones.
But it's not the road, actually the apron that comes out from the
Right.
That's right.
concrete apron.
Yeah,
that's
It
not
needs-
what
It needs to
it's
be,
like.
equal.
Yeah,
Yeah, the apron.
We're gonna throw over the money and then wait for the third bid and then we'll vote on it.
right.
Someone like to form a motion,
Sure.
so moved by Jane.
Wait, you said one thing.
Well, I just said, I didn't make a motion, I just said, that's what we're doing basically.
We're just moving the money. That's
But we're
all
not
we voted on.
voting to do it.
To accept it.
They-
Just moving,
Yeah.
moving it to the
Clarifying
budget.
Well, that's what
myself.
we did with the one before, right?
And the other two.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not saying, we're not voting.
Replication of the other two.
Brad seconded. Did you second?
On the other one.
Oh, okay.
Okay with that.
I'll second it.
Okay, moved by Jay, seconded by Jason, all those in favor?
Right.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Item number 11. Discussion of possible action on September 28th, 2015, City Council passed a resolution number 2015-08 requesting FEDC increase allotted parks budget 2015-2016 from $50,000 to $90,000. This is an handout mark number 2C.
Well, their last paragraph there encompasses city's plans. I think, isn't that what we're working on? Coming up with a set of plans?
We're waiting on a study with Sarah to start with, and then secondly, we approved a set of plans behind, our recommendations behind that as far as plans. We've not received even the Sarah study back yet, so we don't even know where we can actually put the park that's suitable.
I am not opposed to spending money on parks when and if we get a plan. I personally have a problem with moving more money in at this point with no explanation other than this. I don't understand why.
We can always add more
I
money.
agree, I
All it takes
agree.
is a motion during a meeting to add more money to a budget. You know, if you don't have a place to spend it, that you have something identified, I'm gonna do this,
Where would we take
And-
it
you
from?
can always add more money.
Have you had conversations with the city manager about, do they have any immediate needs or plans at this point?
I've talked to Tommy, who talked with, let me let Tommy fill that question.
Henrietta's,
I'm sorry, I just got a text from my son, my grandson has a fever of 104, and they're trying to, I need to leave if y'all don't mind, you can excuse.
Nope,
Of course.
not a problem.
Good luck.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Where are they
You know, I
taking
just-
it?
To the emergency, I don't know if he's gonna be Floresville or Snow, it's an emergency. But he has he's only
Keep going on.
2, and he's 104.
All right. Take care.
But,
Yeah.
see you, Chris.
okay, I'll give it. Sorry about that.
The little grandson, please.
I asked Henrietta, and she said, my feelings are that I don't know where I would spend the money until we had a plan. That the plan is supposed to identify needs, and then we spend money wisely by prioritizing those needs and saying, okay, we need this money here and this and that. And that's all she said to me.
Well,
And I, at the city council meeting that Fred and I were at, I asked specifically, on my behalf, not on the FEDC's behalf, what purpose was it to move the monies? And I wasn't given an explanation, other than we want it there in case we need it.
No, they
What
can't,
was your
ask for
take?
that 4,200. We didn't approve it, and they did the work
I know.
anyway.
Mayor Helen, I wasn't at the meeting. Didn't they also direct the city manager to come up with a parks plan by March?
They did by March the 1st, and I don't understand why if we are given direction from the council, we did exactly what they asked us to do, we got M&S to go on with our plan, we're waiting on Sarah to do what they're supposed to do. A shovel-ready plan, not just a plan, but a shovel-ready plan. And we all kind of wonder, well, what does that mean? What, for what? And even she, the city manager, couldn't explain that. She didn't know what that meant either. I just think it's foolish to play these games. We've been told what to do, we did that part. Let's wait and see what these people come up with.
Well, I wouldn't mind putting the money there if I knew when we get the shovel-ready plan for the immediate needs. Like that $90,000 goes for immediate needs, because right now there are immediate needs out there. You can go out there, and my son's playing, we put 3 cones in the ground right now, in the ground, they're probably this big. and fill them with dirt.
And in essence, you're really talking about 60,000. 30,000 is going to the MNSD.
Right.
See, last year we had 15,000, so
Right.
I think the 90,000 equates to that as far as what you're gonna use it if you do it. So, but in essence, it turns out to be 60,000. You know, do we have a need that bigger than last year
Yeah.
for what comes, you know? And like you said, when we were having that little budget meeting, there's, things that are gonna come up unscheduled. You can't wait around for a plan, they need to be done now.
I'm not quite sure why what's come up. I don't know why the 90,000 is the magic number. But one of the city councilmen came up to me after one of the workshops that we did when we were all at, and he said $90,000. I don't know why 90,000 keeps coming up. My hunch is that $90,000 budgeted one time would mean that, okay, well, if they did it one time, that means they're willing to do it again. And $90,000 would be a debt service on about $1 million over a 30-year period of time.
And
So
remember
my
what our
hunch
comptroller
is,
said.
my hunch is that the math's been done in their mind. But, you know, the weird thing is that we're appointed to do a job. And I think we've done a very good job over the years. Now, I'm also told, I believe through, you want to share what I think you went to the
I got an opinion letter from Clarissa, who's an attorney in San Antonio, that we, back when, I guess Andy was board president, so it was a couple of years ago, to answer questions that came up on policy and so forth. And I gave her the city charter and said, I think that I'm gonna need a client attorney opinion letter of whether council can, who
Override.
can override, basically.
Was this based on client attorney privilege? If it was, then I recommend we go into executive session.
Okay,
Yeah.
it is, and, yeah, we need to go into executive session.
Have a motion.
I make the motion to go into executive session.
Second.
Motion by 7:40, second by Fred, to go into executive session. It is